Hi, welcome to the St. Thomas Cathedral located in the heart of Mumbai, where history, culture and spirituality converge. The 300-year-old church is not just famous for its architecture and a great choir, but also for its historic significance to the history of Mumbai. I've been associated with this church throughout my school years and later by being a part of the choir. I never missed the Christmas and New Year Eve services, mainly due to the beautiful choir led by Ravi Joshua. In spite of being a part of this church for so many years, I never understood the role it played in Mumbai's history till I researched the church for this video. While the Holyname Cathedral in my earlier video is a Catholic church, the St. Thomas Cathedral is the first Anglican CNI church in Mumbai. The idea of building the church was conceived by Sir John Oxenden, the East India Company's first governor of Bombay in 1668. He was a religious man and wanted to build a church for his men and their families. An amount of Rs 50,000 was raised from the servants of the East India Company, some of whom contributed a year's wages for the building of the church. Foundation of the church was laid in the present site in 1676. And the work continued for 3 years during the governorship of Sir John Child, who succeeded Angier in 1677. The church walls were raised to a height of 15 feet, but work was then suspended since the English community had several setbacks after Angier's death in 1677. This project to build the church remained at a standstill for over 30 years. Richard Cobb, who was appointed as the chaplain to the factory of Bombay to merchants of England in 1714, campaigned aggressively for the resumption of the building and completion of the church. Cobb proposed the building of the church in his sermon on Sunday after Trinity in June 1715. That sermon had a great impact and Cobb was granted leave to build the church. The governor and the East India Company were the first ones to generously contribute towards the building. On 18 November 1715, the foundation stone of the church was laid once again on the same site as the old church by Stephen Strutt, Deputy Governor of Bombay. The church building was ready for opening in December 1718. The church was inaugurated on Christmas Day in 1718 by Charles Boone, the Governor of Bombay, in a grand ceremony. Since then, it has served continuously as an Anglican place of worship. However, in 1816, the church was dedicated to St. Thomas the Apostle by Thomas Middleton, the first Bishop of Kolkata. St. Thomas is believed to have brought Christianity to India. The church was consecrated as a cathedral in July 1837, concurrent with the appointment of the first Bishop of Bombay, Thomas Carr. The tower and the clock at the western end were added in 1838. The cathedral and John Connon School was created in 1860 to provide choristers for the church. About 25 years later, a major renovation scheme was launched to enlarge the chancel, and this was completed by 1865. King George V and Queen Mary attended divine service at the church in 1911 prior to their departure to the Third Delhi Darbar held in Coronation Park, Delhi. They occupied the chairs in the first row, and the chairs have been preserved until now with the names of the King and Queen written in brass plates. The Churchgate railway station derives its name from the St. Thomas's Cathedral, as the station was linked to the cathedral by a road leading through one of the 3 gates of the fortified island city of Mumbai. The walls of the Bombay fort were demolished in 1862 and the gate leading to the church was replaced by the Flora Fountain in 1864. There is another beautiful history associated with the church. The St. Thomas Church stood at the northwest corner of the fort area and has served as a zero point of Mumbai. Distance along all major roads were measured from this point during the British period. A plaque at the entrance of the church mentions the story of Mumbai's zero point with a map. It says from the church 16 milestones were laid out leading to the north of the city as far as Sion. The milestones measured 4 feet in height but was submerged by regular increasing of the road level. Today, 11 of the 16 milestones have been located and preserved beautifully by the BMC as a part of Mumbai's rich history. The entrance to the church is a beautiful driveway. A fountain stands at the entrance of the church. It was financed by Parsi entrepreneur and philanthropist Kowasji Jahangir Redimani. It was designed by George Gilbert Scott and installed in 1870. The church is rectangular in shape with a high ceiling that creates the perfect echo for any choir. It has a central nave flanked by aisles on the left and right. At the end is a beautiful altar. The altar at St. Thomas Cathedral, Mumbai is a beautiful, intricate work of art. It is made of white marble and is decorated with carvings and various religious symbols. The stained glass windows are located throughout the cathedral, but the most impressive are the lancet windows in the apse. These windows depict Christ in glory flanked by 2 archangels. Below the lancet windows are 3 smaller windows that depict our Lord Jesus on the cross and Mother Mary with baby Jesus, flanked by the window of Jesus' ascension and Jesus' works and ministry. There are 2 smaller stained windows depicting stories from the Bible and various saints. At the entrance of the church is another beautiful stained glass window depicting Saint Thomas the Apostle and the archangels Michael and Gabriel. Throughout the church, on the walls of the left and right aisle, are many carved stone memorials from the period of the East India Company rule in India and the British Raj. Significant among them are the memorial to Thomas Carr and the memorials to soldiers and crews that died in India. Unfortunately, videography was not permitted inside the church, due to which I had to use still photographs. It's my earnest request that you please do visit this church if you are in or are visiting Mumbai. Do listen to the beautiful choir and relive the moments that shaped Mumbai's history. Thank you.